Hello, Jeff Sawyer here with J&S Solutions. Today we're going to talk about the actual part of interviewing the applicant. When they get into your office, you've done the pre-test, you've kind of set a test up on your desk to find out if they're happy with, if they're going to do what you need them to do there with the stapler and all. But now we really want to focus on the actual interview of the applicant. We've talked about getting them loose and open up talking, asking the questions. Go ahead and tell me a little bit about yourself. If they talk personal, that's great. Always have a pen and paper ready to write down questions based upon what you hear so you can ask them questions about that later. Also, if they talk personal, if they ask you personal or professional, you're always going to say professional because their personal life at work is technically none of your business. But if they start talking personal, let them go because that's information you want to find out about. But if they go the business route, have them stick to the business. Make sure you write down some questions to ask them about what they've talked about in their business. The reason being is when you get down to the actual work history part of their application, you want to be able to make sure that those answers are going to match, okay? Part of this question that you're looking for when you're asking all these questions is you're wanting to see you want to get them thinking sometimes, okay? When people think, they'll either look up to the right or they'll look up to the left. And you want to know which way they look when they're looking for an answer, when they're searching for an answer. Because when they're lying, they'll look in the opposite direction. So you want to get a couple of questions. I'll have them already pre-written out. I'll get them thinking. And then when they look, I'll either write an L or an R next to each question. And you'll see a pattern grow as you're writing these things, okay? As you're going through here answering all these questions, you're going to see this pattern grow with them. And that will help you to be able to tell how truthful they really are during the interview process. Okay? So, you want to have all the questions off the application, pre-written out, ready to go, writing the R and the L next to it, a couple of quick words down. I don't like to just sit and totally write, because I want this to be more of a casual, loose conversation. You want them to trust you. You want them to open up to you, because when you get into the interrogation part of their work history, you want to be able to dig deep. And you want them to trust everything. And you want to be able to get that information out of them. It's very important that they trust you to be able to open up and talk to you. If they don't trust you, they're always going to hold back. Your goal with this interview process is to get the best possible person you can for the job. And you got to find out who this person is deep down, not just surface level. And if you don't dig deep, you'll just get surface level. And you're wasting your time doing a bunch of interviewing and scoring. Also have the scoring part set up. You want to make sure that your application, however you got it laid out, your questions, you want to put, like I say, 50% of my scoring is going to be in the work history part. That's literally, it's got to be good, guys. This is how they're going to work for you. This is their telltale of themselves, how they're going to work for you. You're already having a turnover rate problem or you wouldn't be working with me. So you want to make sure you're getting the best possible person for the best job. So that way, everything matches and everything's fantastic, okay? So you want to go through your application. You always want to ask the questions in the order of the application, so it looks like you're just running down through there casually. I always have them pre-written out, and I always leave space down there because if anytime they answer an answer, I'm always going to dig into that answer and ask one question off of every answer they give me. Sometimes I'm going to ask 3 or 4. Sometimes a question will lead to a question, to a question, to a question, to a question. That's what you want because that's getting deeper. Some ways to help them talk when they give you an answer and you want more, you can always say, well, what else? Tell me more about that. And that also helps them keep talking about it. And don't be afraid to circle back around. If you're not totally satisfied with an answer, keep going down through the application. Before you're done, circle back to that. Re-ask that question again. What type of answer did they give? Was it the same? Was it different? Different, they can either be extremely nervous, but hopefully with you're being casual, you're helping them loosen up, open up, and the nervousness goes away, which means they're being dishonest. And that's what you need to know. That's important stuff. So just go through the application in the order. Confirm their availability. It's always very important to confirm that availability. They could have, filled out the application a month ago. Things change. Trust me. If you don't confirm that availability, and then the day they show up to start work, well, I can't work that schedule. Always ask them. Hey, Monday through Friday or Monday through Sunday, you show you can work 7 in the morning to 11 o'clock at night. Is that still the case? And that's okay to get a yes or no answer. Most of your questions need to be formed in a way that would get them open up and talking without saying the word yes and no. Okay? But some cases you just want to know yes or no. That's a good one. Confirm their available start date. Make sure that hasn't changed. Because you're basing all your information based upon this application. And if it was filled out a month ago, trust me, things are changing. Okay? Confirm the criminal question. I always ask the criminal question. Have you ever been convicted of a felony or crime? Whatever's on your application. Some people don't have it. Some people do. Some people need to know it. Some people it's a must. Some people are going to be doing a background check. It's all up to you and your company of how you want to do that. But I always ask the question. That way it looks just like I'm going down through the application and not pulling out anything significant. If you jump straight to the criminal question and they have a criminal background, they're going to say that's the reason you didn't hire them. That's why you want to go all the way through the application, asking just about every question on it, okay? That also gives you the answers you need, and it protects you because that way, if age is on there, one of the great things when you're talking with someone about age is our applications, the company that I work for said, are you at least 18 years old? So I would ask, are you at least 18 years old? 9 times out of 10, they say, yes, I'm 24. Yes, I'm 30. Yes, I'm whatever. They always say their age. Some information I need to know, because the reason being that you would have that on your application is if you're under 18 and you have, say, a compactor at work, you have to be 18 years or older to operate that compactor via OSHA laws. So it's very important you know these things. Any heavy equipment inside your business, you have to be at least 18. So that's one reason you can put it on the application. But technically their age is none of your business unless there are legal reasons, far-wise as OSHA, that you need to know that information. But you'll go through it, just ask all the different questions. Ask any questions about the school that may pertain to you. You know, what did they actually graduate? What was the best part about the school? What was the worst part? As we get into some deeper things, I'm always asking the questions, what did you like the most about it? What did you like the least about it? You're going to see this in the work history. Reason being is the least part, I want to dig deeper in. Trust me, look, everybody, there's certain parts of their jobs they don't like. Even as an entrepreneur, there's certain things you have to do that you just, it's not the best part of it. But it's just, it has to be done because that's the job. And it's okay. People are going to talk about that. But I want to find out if they're a chronic complainer or not. And I want to find out how much they hated doing something. So that's some information you're going to need to know. So this is just the video to help with get us through the first part to get to the work history. I'm going to probably do 1 or 2 videos on the work history because that's very in-depth. This is where you're going to spend 80% of your time talking and asking questions. So this is part 1. We'll see how many parts are available in this. Once again, if you have any questions, you can always leave a comment below, or you can always email me at jssawyersolutions@gmail.com. And thanks. Have a great day.